Sean, winner of the week.
My winner of the week is Virginia taxpayers. This was a lot. Look. I think Donald Trump won the week, but it's an obvious one. So I got this, and I'll show you that part because I cut out everything yesterday in the mail. Every Virginia taxpayer got $200. I'm married, so that's half of that. Technically, is my wife's. Um, but
Technically.
look, yeah, technically. I'm gonna check Virginia law. But I say that because look, this is just from a political standpoint. We're a few days out from an election. People get a thing saying, "Hey, here's the administration giving you money back." Say what you will about a cynical ploy. That's my. Who cares? My point is, at the end, right, going into 72 hours out of an election, having people get a check in the mail that says, "Here's $200, $400 a couple," is a huge boost. So hopefully that gets Winsome over the finish line.
Dan, winner of the week.
My winner of the week is Gavin Newsom. We
Wow.
talked about it earlier this week. I mean, it looks like this proposition is going to win. The question that we're all trying to game out is how much additional momentum he is going to generate. If you kind of look at the marathon of running for president, the first year is kind of coming to an end here. And I don't think there's any doubt that Gavin Newsom has won this year and is positioned himself going into next year with the head of steam. So for that, he is my winner this week.
Winner of the week is Putin. Trump and Xi meet. There's no apparent effort to do anything to get China to help end the war. Putin wins again. Sean, loser of the week.
Well, I was going to go with the knuckleheads that robbed the Louvre and then got caught because they left their own DNA. That's the obvious loser of the week. But I politically speaking, I went to the people who got pardons from Biden after this whole report came out that the House Oversight Committee issued. There are serious questions about the legality of the pardons and whether or not, when you have a staff secretary saying that we didn't see Biden for 6 to 8 weeks, the question becomes, there are emails that got put out saying, what do we do? How do we know that he actually approved this? And people saying, we don't. Um, if I were someone who got a Biden pardon, I would be talking to my attorney saying, what do I need to worry about right now?
Dan, loser of the week.
The Argentinian bailout. It is incredibly unpopular, both in the Democratic Party, in the Republican Party, and with the electorate. I still don't really understand why we did this, and the fact that the Trump administration can't really give a good political explanation. I have a feeling we will be hearing a lot more about this in the next 13 months.
Sean, what are you looking for this weekend?
I'm looking at the president's schedule. We talked about what he did this week, trick or treating last night, teletown hall in Virginia last night. Does he keep going? I mean, honestly, I was like, how does he at some point he has to collapse. So also Navy is 7-0, one of six remaining undefeated teams. They play North Texas tomorrow. So let's go 8-0, baby.
Dan.
I'm watching Trump on Truth Social because the headlines that are kind of beginning to emerge about China and the deal are not very, they're not 12 out of 10, as he said. And I wonder if he's getting a little uncomfortable on the shutdown. And so does he start ranting this weekend on Truth Social on both? And I would even maybe add Israel to that as the peace in the Middle East continues to be a little wobbly.
All I want is a game 7 in the World Series, and of course, rooting for Dan.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two-Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.